You know, downloads are for everyone. Whether you believe that you're a physical being or not, a spiritual being having a human experience or not, downloads are for everyone. That eerie feeling that you get, the thing that makes the hair stand up over your neck or your arms, the chills that you receive when someone says something, does something, the waking up in the middle of the night at the 3 o'clock, what they call the witch hour, 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, it doesn't matter. At times when you know you're supposed to be asleep, preparing for your next day, and you're woken up out of your slumber, either through a visionary connection, which would be what we consider dreams, or it would be or the hearing of something. You know, your clairaudience is chiming into you. You are leaving, you know, whatever level of sleep that you're in, to recognize a significant interruptance to whatever it is that you're doing. Okay? It is very important that you pay attention to those things. My last upload in regards to what being woken, like, I was literally told to give that information out right then. I think we are all recognizing certain things about ourselves now that the shift has happened, and we're trying to see where we refit in, because we know that we have to operate in some way, shape, or form on this planet in a way that even if we pull ourselves from the so-called matrix, okay, and I say so-called because I am one to believe that we know nothing. So even the terms that we use, yes, those matter, and how we say it, which is why I say so-called matrix, because none of us really know. And I really should have just kept going as opposed to explaining that, because that's going to, that deters people, you know, when you say none of us really know, because they don't want to absorb what they may think is confusion. But I am not confused at all whatsoever. But anyways, so with knowing that downloads can come in all shapes, forms, fashions to anyone, we all have this capability, okay? Now, whether you want to adjust to it, grow with it, and all of that is a whole nother thing. Some of us never want to cooperate with our soul. The flesh just doesn't want to cooperate with the soul, and some people are always in that battle, which is why you have to decide for yourself how you're going to operate in this world, whether it be as less matrixy as possible, whether you're going to live off-grid, in-grid, whether you're going to do a little mix of both, just live through the hustle and bustle of the matrix, and then, you know, go on what are called vacations, but you go on soul trips every now and again. I was explaining to someone how they can go on soul trips every now and again. You love your job, you love what you do, you love connecting with the people that you connect with, even though there is microaggressions, even though there is this and that, even though there are tedious things about this life that we don't like to have to deal with, circumstances and situations, but you have found a balance to deal with those things and have agreed within yourself that you're going to deal with those things because you have goals, maybe ambitions that you want to complete and fulfill, or because you want to live a certain type of way, okay? And it requires you to put up with certain things because you need to live a certain type of way. So you have decided that instead of completely separating yourself and, you know, because of all you know, because you are all-knowing, because you are aware, you have decided to balance it with living that way and finding ways to separate yourself from it, you know, whether it's take long vacations, whether, you know, you live in one part of the world 1 year and another part of the world another year, whether it is going to church just sometimes, whether it is no matter what. Working, but maybe working from home as opposed to being in an office. You're still doing the matrix of the world, but you know, you're at home now. What you have to be careful of, because now you're inviting the outside in, right? You're operating from the office. You have to be, you know, aligned with what it is you choose. And you don't have to be aligned with it, but you have to, you will find ways, I guess the best way to say that is you will find ways to be okay with it. Be okay with dealing with that and knowing what comes with that. Well, if I do this, then this is what comes with it. So you find ways to be okay with it. And I'm saying all of that to say is because now we're coming into a time where Saturn is in retrograde. We're going to get our disciplines together. A lot of people are for sure, okay, I for sure want, like, decisions are getting ready to be made. I for sure want to do this. I don't want to do that, because remember, everybody is shifting, right? So our governments are shifting. The rules and regulations are changing. You see, they moved the border lines, and now they're giving Border Patrol certain, they're giving the Border Patrol certain authority to do things within a certain mile radius. So if you stay closer to the border, which I do, certain things will be able to happen, whether you agree to them or not. It doesn't matter. The law has changed and shifted. So it's about getting your own self in alignment to how it is in accordance that you want to live. So if you do have to come up against these principalities, okay, and I mean, you don't have to call them principalities, but let me hold that longer for those of you who like the screenshot. You don't have to be you don't have to call them principalities, but you know, anything that's against you is not for you. And you know, in our guidance, and knowing that we are moving in the direction that we need to be moving. Where does your north node lie? And how are you balancing that with your south node? What used to be to what is going to be, what can be, what should be, right? Your north node, you are here to balance out the nodes, right? Your north and your south. You're here to balance out your nodes. I was going to say to those who believe that, but it doesn't. You're on my channel. You're here to balance out your nodes, okay? We're north node walking. Being enough, the innermost, and this is why I wear glasses, you see? The innermost hearts say, you are enough, nowhere to go, nothing to get, nothing to change, no need to grow, no more deserving. You, yes, you are love. Know that you have enough, you have it within you. Now, being in a hurry, pressuring yourself to figure it out is not going to get it figured out. Okay. Let me just explain that to you. It's not going to rush it. It's not going to bring you answers any. You are to bask in it. You are to soak it in. You are to understand the pain. You are to reminisce, even if it's painful. Whew, this is getting tight. I think this is dry. Oh, almost. Not quite. This thing is tight. Being enough. Knowing that you are enough. Okay, you have everything that you need to bring in what is going to start the next chapter for you, which is going to lift it off. We got to learn to give things time. And I know they're pushing these 7-second, 5-second videos on us on social media, and it's slowing the babies down. Slowing the babies down. Okay? Because, and I say it's slowing you down because if I pump you with 5 seconds worth of information, which is not enough information to know about anything, 7 seconds, 1 minute videos, 5 minute videos, 3 minute videos, hell, a 10-minute video is not long enough, but it does allow for more substance. But those are not the length videos that they push on the algorithms on the other apps, you know. What they're pushing is the shorter 5-second reels first. Look at it real quick. Learn it real fast. Get to the point, to the point, to the point, to the point, right? Which is fine. Like, I'm a direct person. I like for people to get to the point. But the problem is, one, people are not getting to the point, which is why you have people doing 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5-part videos, because they can't get to the point in 1 minute or 7 seconds or whatever, right? Anything less than a minute. You can't get to the point less than a minute, especially if you have a story time, or if the, you know, it's not just 5% off at da-da-da-da, use this link. If it's anything longer than that, then you have to give, you know, if you're saying anything more than that, then you have to give out, you have to extend the length of time in the video. Whew, that took a lot for me to get out. Why was that? Why is this information being held back? Why is it stopped? Why is it hard to fathom? Because they don't want you to be hip to it, and they don't want you to be happy about it either. So there's that. Anyways, enjoyment. Striving and pushing makes life into endless hard work. The more you're inviting love to take over, the more enjoyment comes. Allow me to enjoy this life, dear Lord. Enjoy it. Be enough. You are enough. Enjoy where you are, even if you have aspects that are uncomfortable right now. I'm gonna see what my kids is doing. Yeah, this is dry. Service. You stop using the universe. You stop using the universe to try to get what you want and start asking love to use you. You offer all and want to be of service. Ironically, many desires become fulfilled without gasping or without grasping or manipulation. Did I not hold this card up? I don't know. Okay, so in knowing that being enough will bring you the enjoyment, and being of service will also bring you what you need. We need to learn to, because this hustle culture is now coming to a halt, right? And it's not coming to a halt. Just a lot of people are shifting out of it. A lot of people are realizing, I don't have to give massive amount of times to the matrix in order to feel fulfilled, to be successful, or any of those things. I can actually relax and just be and live life accordingly. Now, of course, you and things will come to me. Situations, opportunities, circumstances will flow my way outside of what we are told we are supposed to do when it comes to producing, living, sustaining, and what stability looks like. Now, I hear you, but Tasha got a light bill. But Natasha got a light bill. But Natasha, I have these kids, girl. Natasha, I have blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to finish school. Natasha, I have gas, lights, and telephone. And yes, I know, baby girl. I know, honey bunch. I know, Pooh Bear. I know. Understand that, overstand, understand, right? That the universe knows you need these things too in order to operate. And in order to be of service, you need to have things to be operational, right? I follow a young lady on TikTok who feeds people in LA. And she often talks about like how hard the journey is just to be of service. Like, no, forget her own bills. Like, just to be of service to people. And how people tell her how she needs to be of service, even though she's already in the community doing the thing. She's actually in the community doing the thing. But there's people who's typing on their keyboards, telling her that the food she's giving out is not healthy, telling her that she needs to be on this street instead of that street, telling her she needs more security, telling her that she needs blah, blah, blah. But now she's already out doing it. She already has done the paperwork for her 501c3. She's already out in the streets getting donations from entities to help people that she's helping. But instead of sending her donations or volunteering for her organization or helping her in a way where, however you feel she could be more effective, helping her instill that, just sitting back and being critical of her. I should not, I don't know. I don't have a sponsor on this channel, so we're not concerned. But I don't want to give anyone too much shine either. Anyways, saying that to say, she enjoys being of service. She just don't like the people that attempt to come for her, who are not of service in any type of way. They're just being critical because for the sake of typing on keyboards, for the sake of stirring up trouble in her comments, for the sake of their own notoriety. And humans are instinctively selfish anyway. We're selfish in the grab for attention. We're selfish we're just instinctively selfish. It's mine, it's not, especially if you were born on American soil. Like, you know, the entitlement is a lot heavier on this side of the water because of how we were instilled to be that way in order to, you know, because that's very much capitalism, right? It is mine, you buy, I keep for me, right? We already know that all the billionaires and trillionaires and millionaires can come together and solve hunger in the United States of America. They're not going to. They're not going to. Your government is not going to. Those celebrities are not going to, okay? They're on their yachts in the south of France, which is what they worked hard for, is to go and be on the south of France. So now it is up to you to take care of you and your family and those around you, right? It always has been, by the way. But the interesting part about it is even those who can help themselves, if they had a community or a source where they could go to pour into, that will pour back into them, there will be a lot less havoc, problems, this is ready to come off, issues, and less anger. But without chaos, there's no conquering. If I don't cause chaos, then I can't have the riches it is I seek, because I have to start trouble so that then I can create a solution that will then make me the savior, that would make me rich, that would increase my financial anything. And so understand that. And you know, I don't know what you think. Tell me in the comments. Like, you know, this is a conversation that we're having, but it definitely is a conversation to be had, not just with others around you, but yourself as well, in regards to how you are servicing others and how you are allowing the others to service you, and not being just the selfish being that humans tend to be, and know that you can overcome whatever it is that you're going through, because you have it within you. And I know depression as well, because I've just been going through my own issues with self and people, and trying to create, as well as trying to understand that there are phases in life, down phases and up phases, and then there are plateaus, and then, you know, and we like to think we can control those all the time, and we can't. I just tried to take in the lessons. Sorry, I'm pulling this mask off. tonight. And it is way past the time. Anyways, meditate, take it easy, do something that is self-fulfilling for you, that will help you through the figuring out, the sorting of it all, right? What's important first, tackle that, and then chip away a little bit at your purpose every day. It took me like 4 years to eventually get the 501c3 paperwork. Like, now that that's done, you know, now I need to start building community around it so that I can bring awareness to it, so that we can start getting the funds and all of that stuff. And it's not just writing grants. You have to actively be in a community and donate. People will be donating and things like that. So there's other avenues and things that I need to take, but I got us established. Great. Now I need to work on the other things as well. And that may be the same for you. Some of you may be just finding your footing, or maybe there's a business that you already got all of the paperwork on, but you paused at it because, you know, things take time to build. You got to tell people about it. Maybe people don't even know that you are doing this type of business, and now you're introducing it. You know, and that's a pretty big deal, especially if you were not operating in this business prior to before, you know. So, understand and know. Mask and all, sorry for the distraction. And that may also mean something for you and to you as well, the distractions. And how to look past those so that you can see for yourself what it is that you need to be doing, where it is you need to be going, and how you can help yourself so that you can help others. Blessings.